Hello everybody, this is another edition of Ray's Reefing. Uh, Today I'm going to go ahead and do a whole new sump system for my own 180 saltwater aquarium. I find that I don't need the big sump that I have in my tank at the moment. With the roller filter that I had already built and installed is working phenomenal. I just want to go ahead and downsize the size of the sump so I can actually install my auto dosing pump, where I can go ahead and have all that stuff underneath the tank where I don't have stuff sitting outside of the tank. I don't like the look. I want everything nice and compact. So this is the start of a new build. Okay, so I went to Petco and they're having their dollar a gallon sale. So this is what I'm going to use for the new sump, the new automatic roller filter, and the algae scrubber. It's all going to be combined into this 40-gallon breeder tank. Hey, by the way, Petco, that was a plug for you there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and combine everything into this 40-gallon breeder tank. So this is another do-it-yourself project. Here's the start of my new roller filter. Okay. Now, I've got the marine pure blocks in my tank, but that means another chamber for them to sit in, and I just don't want to do that. This filter here is going to actually have them down below here. And on my buddy's tank that I did the 350 gallon where I put a automatic roller filter on it, I realized that the flow going all the way through the bottom holes in the bottom of the filter, I realized that I need to change that. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do on the new filters is I'm actually going to put a weir, like a bubble trap, like that, so the water can come out the bottom instead of drilling holes in the bottom and trying to figure out what size pipe I need and all that. That was making it just a little bit more difficult than it really needed to be. But okay, let's get started. I'm going to continue working on the roller filter and putting the bubble traps in the sump. I only need one set because the roller filter is already going to have its own, and I won't have to worry about micro bubbles. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's the new roller filter box. Uh, it could have come out better. The problem is the glue bottle that I was using, it leaked like a sieve, and you can see where it dripped all over the place. I can kind of clean it up, but that just disappoints me that you buy the bottles and they leak like a sieve. But there's the bubble chamber that I was talking about earlier, right there. So inside of this here is where the marine pure blocks are going to sit, in the bottom of this, down here, right in here. So we'll keep going. Not too bad so far, except for the drip marks. That's kind of upsetting, but I'll get through it. I'll be able to clean them up. All right, phase two. Okay, here, so we have the stand made for the roller filter at the right elevation, and so far everything's looking really good. Let's just move on to the next step. Okay, now that the tray is built for the roller filter, now we just got to cut the center out. This right here sits inside of that. Okay, let's cut it and let's move on. Boy, we just got a good rainstorm. Anyway, here we go. All cut out. As you can see, the center is cut out. Okay, now I'm just going to put my runners in there for the paper to roll on. Next step. Okay, there's our paper tray. That's what the paper is going to roll across. And that's what makes this thing work. Well, and the motor. But you see where I got all my fiddler socks? Right here. This is the graveyard. No way. No way will I ever go back to using this stuff again. Alright, well, let's move on. Okay, now, so I've made a couple of changes here. Originally, I was going to have all these going across here, but I decided I want to try something a little bit different. So as you can see, I've glued another piece on the bottom that will accept putting this light diffuser in there, which you get from Home Depot. I think I can get a little bit more water surface area just using that. So that's the paper tray. Now what I've done is drilled a couple of holes, 4 holes, 2 on each side, where this here is going to slide into here. It's kind of hard doing this with one hand, but that goes like that. Now the paper is going to roll on that. And once it's inside the box, it hits the sides, so I don't have to worry about that roller coming off. Also, you'll notice on the inside that now there is a bubble trap. So it's going to go over this and down through there, down to the bottom, where that's the bubble tray. So that's the changes. The motor is installed. Okay. And what I did is I drilled a hole through the shaft and took stainless steel nut and a bolt, drilled it through and put 2 nuts on it. Tighten them down, and that's where this, you see where I'm put a groove in it, and then this is going to go just like this. Just like that. So there you have the mechanism for what's going to pull the paper. And then here, as you can see, this goes, the paper goes and sits just like that. Just like that. Turns nice and easy. So that's that. I'm actually thinking about on this bubble trap. You can see a little better there. See the difference? I'm actually thinking about putting an extra one in there. I'll think about that before I get too far. Because I want, when this tray is in here, alright, let me stop this real quick and I'll show you with the tray in it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this where you see how this goes. I'll look at the camera and see what I'm doing at the same time. It's kind of hard. Okay, that's in there. Now this goes right inside there. Now see, these can't come out. See that? So that's the way that works. And then paper, which goes down underneath that. But you put this together. This paper will go behind here before you sink this down inside, and the same on that side, because it's pretty hard to try to get that paper underneath that. But when it's all out, it's pretty easy, and I can't do it with just one hand, so, and I don't have a tripod, but that's how that goes. And then this, just like that. And then I got the new Jaybo DCT 12,000 pump, which I'm going to install in here. And I'm getting ready to go ahead and install the baffle in the system. So I get all that glued in there, and this baby's ready to start hooking up. By the way, this here, this stand that you see here, this is for an experiment. And this 55-gallon aquarium that I put a divider inside of it. It's a little crooked. It's a piece of glass I had left over, which it doesn't matter. But see, there's no leaks. This side's perfectly dry. This side's got water in it. Just testing it. But this is going to be for 2 aquariums that are going to sit right on top of this. 2 40 gallons. And on the bottom, that's where that's going. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the one out of the sump that's in on my tank right now, because I changed this one. This one's going to have the marine pure blocks in the bottom. So I can use that one to test. But this is going to be a comparison of a filter sock versus a roller filter. And both of them are going to have exactly the same size pumps. Same piping, same everything, same lighting. Each one's going to be exactly the same. So this is going to be interesting. You know, these filter socks are just, like I said before in my other videos, I'm over them. They're not worth nothing. That's part of the problem why people have problems with their aquariums, because the stuff that's going through it's just ridiculous. So we're in progress on this one, and you see I got the tanks right here. They're ready to go. and got them from Petco at $40 a dollar a gallon. So I figured while they were on sale for a dollar a gallon, might as well go ahead and do this and see what I come up with. And I'm going to use these LEDs right here. I've had these for a while, and actually they're pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with them. But that's what I'm going to use for the lighting. And I've got some dry rock in the house that I will be using. Same amount in each one. So this is going to be a pretty good experiment, but that's another video in itself. But I'll go ahead and finish this up. As you can see, I mean, I got aquarium parts everywhere. But we're going to go ahead and finish this up. And the next time you see this will be sitting in my tank ready to go.